Okay, with any luck, the program will run smoothly now. I am so sorry. Let me pull my YouTube up on my other computer so I can see. I'm just trying to pull up my chat so I can see the chat better. It's very delayed on YouTube or on StreamYard. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't get this open before. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Squeeze this screen down a little bit. I'm online, honey. My husband comes wandering through. Okay. Give a little bit of a chance of people wandering back in. Hopefully I didn't lose everybody. And the notices will go out pretty timely. I'm going to repeat the beginning of my last video because I guess it was pretty darn choppy. I'm just trying to adjust my screen so that they're working a little better for me here. Okay. Okay. First of all, the first thing I said on the last video was anybody out there voting that happens to be a Republican or somebody that's recently left the Republican Party and is choosing not to vote for any candidate. And those of you that are Democrats that know people that are in that category, please make a note to people that if you're not choosing any candidate, to mark the other box and write in none of the above or something to that effect, so that when they're doing recounts, somebody can't change your vote by marking your box for you. Anyways, very important. I really do believe, and I've been getting a hit when I ask my guys, this is going to be the biggest election in the United States history ever because of all the political environment we're currently in. Today's topic, and I know somebody had gone into the chat prior and didn't understand that my topic was going to be on SCOTUS, but SCOTUS's most recent ruling on Donald Trump's immunity. We're not discussing abortions today or women's rights and all that. That's a topic for another day. Since that ruling's been out for a year, 2 years, whatever. We all know where we all stand on that one. Being a woman, it's like to guess I'm not for abortion or not against abortion. So, anyways, my concern is SCOTUS's recent ruling and how this is going to affect one, the Mershon case that we were supposed to get sentencing on the 11th, and now has been postponed till September, and I'm not sure what the date is on there. What I was picking up, meditating on it through my guides, was the judge hasn't decided how the new ruling is affecting that case, or if it really does affect the case. Since the case trial was all done prior to the ruling, and Glenn Kirshner sort of makes that, if you watch Glenn Kirshner, he sort of explains how that could retroactively be applied because of the type of topic it is, and it's affecting, it is affecting the, the words coming to my head, 10 Commandments. It's affecting the Constitution. Geez, brain fart there. Because it is affecting the Constitution. So he is, the energy I'm getting from it is he is currently looking at their ruling with a fine-tooth comb, and he's looking at the entire trial, transcripts and all. How did that impact the decision making of the jurors? Hi, Trend Zone. Thank you for coming in. I'm going over politics right now, and waiting for people to come back. At a disastrous failure of my computer system about 45 minutes ago. So, anyways, back to the topic. Anyways, he is looking at everything in a fine-tooth comb. I also think he is going to be taking a look at what Judge Jutkin is going to be doing with the Jan 6 trial too. I would even doubt that they're not even as might not even be contacting each other and having a few discussions about that. I don't know. He will be talking to other judges in his circle, colleagues in his circle. I'm sure it's a hot topic, even for the judges to be discussing at this point in time. But I'm really curious, and I wanted to throw a full cross to see if we can pick up on the energy right now. Is this case going to be? I don't think it's going to be dismissed. I know because I follow a lot of this. I do believe it's too late for Trump to file a motion based on time frames and logistics for him to file another motion requesting dismissal. But I don't know. This is all a game changer, and I don't know. He may be doing his sentencing and then allowing it to go through the appeals process and let him make a decision at the appeals court level before it gets kicked back. He also needs to take into consideration, will this be considered a mistrial or not? And if so, will they retry? I don't know. Don't know where that energy is going right now. It's all up in the air. None of it has been decided. When I try to tap into the energy, I get it's not decided yet, is what I keep hearing from my guides. It's so fresh, it's so new. It's like trying to talk to somebody that's just recently crossed over. Really hard for us mediums to connect to somebody that just passed away. We usually say give them 2 or 3 months before we try to reach out so that that loved one can process the death process and go through that transitional period before sometimes we can reach them right away. Not always so. And I think it's the same thing with this new ruling. It's such a game changer, and it's so politically charged. And I think that's what we're getting. Hi, Doris Rod. Welcome to the program. I don't know if you're a subscriber or new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Everybody hit the like button, so it'll help my algorithms. I'm trying to rebuild my channel. But anyways, so that's where I'm at now. So I'm just going to throw a general on, is Judge Merchan going to go forward at this point in time? Remember, all subject to change because I don't think the decision's been made. I'm not hearing from my guys that any decisions are made yet. But is a decision being made about going forward with the sentencing in September? So that's what I'm going to read on, and then I'm just going to let it go for a while and then see what I can pick up in a month or two down the road. Or when, motions start getting filed. I'm a big fan of Midas Touch. I'm a big political nut. I know I don't do many political readings. I'm actually working on starting to do that more. But when I do political readings, I won't mix them with personals. I will do those as separate, straight readings. And turned upside. Anyway, so let's run that, and then we'll go into as the room starts filling up, we'll go into personals, which is why everybody wants to come in, anyways. So the question is, are we going to go forward with our decision to go forward with sentencing in September, which is what he did the new date for, pending him looking at the case. Let's see. It's very controversial still. Underlying card of this reading is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is telling me that he is working with other colleagues in conjunction to review, determination, language, etc. He's conferring with his colleagues. And this probably isn't pick up the phone and talk to the AG. This isn't pick up the phone and talk to Donald Trump. That would have to be a conjunctive meeting between all parties to, that they would bring back into court. But right now, he's looking at it from the judicial bench perspective. Where do I need to go with it? He's representing the Queen of Swords. That's that Queen of Truth. That's the judge, his judgment, his determination. Okay, center of the reading, I get the Empress. This opens up all possibilities, pregnant with new ideas. He's taking a full look at this. This is going to be a game changer and impact the whole case, impacting the world, clearly. He is feeling, with the Nine of Wands, he's feeling very bound up in this energy right now. So got his hand tied. He is not locked up in a cage, but he's having to look at all the options. He has to really thoroughly look at this whole thing. Does this need to be a retrial? Do some of the things fall under the cap? And will this new order from the SCOTUS affect his case directly or not? Can he move forward with sentencing? This was all done prior to their determination. So I think it will be interesting to see where he goes with that. He hasn't decided yet, though. I'm telling you, he hasn't decided. Judgment is above him. And that is what the question is. Judgment. Where is he going in this judgment? I think it sort of speaks for himself. He's wanting to do what's right for the people. He's wanting to do what's right for the courts. Coming from the near future, this is SCOTUS. This is the Page of Coins. This is the message that's being delivered. How is this going to affect this case? And this is what he has to look at. He has to look at, how is this affecting that case? Underneath, Three of Pentacles, yes, he is working in conjunction, not only by himself as a judge, but with his colleagues in his circuit. He is meeting, discussing, conferring with his equals, other judges in his realm. This is a hot topic. This is something that he is contemplating himself, but he's also getting the advice from his colleagues, etc. How should we be looking at this new ruling? I think it's being worked as a department. It is, he makes the sole decision as the judge of this case, but it's something that, because it's so new, so fresh, and it is affecting so much, this is something that's being, discussed with all the judiciaries in his courts. The future, I get the Ace of Cups, and also with that came out the Queen of Wands. This is the direction in which he's looking at going. The Ace is a yes card. I think yes, he really does want to move forward with the sentencing, but that's not finalized yet. And the Queen of Wands, that's his knowledge of the case, what's going on in the case, the background. That's that, him making that judgment, the creativity of law, the creativity of ruling, determination based on the knowledge of law and the wording of law and what's going on. So I think that he is still, he's leaning towards proceeding with sentencing and then letting it play out on the appeals court. Like I said, totally subject to change, though. It's not locked in stone yet. Right now, he's wanting to move forward quickly. That's his review process. He moved that date so that he could take the time to review not only SCOTUS's determination, but how that is impacting his case to work with his colleagues and stuff. This is causing a lot of infighting with the Five of Wands. And, tune into any channel, infighting. Everybody has an opinion about what SCOTUS just did, and it's not good. I don't think the public is supporting SCOTUS's action. And I only think the only one that is Trump and his sycophants. The hopes and fears, the money, but this is also a card that represents Trump and his legacy. But it's also legal legacy, too. How is this going to impact all legacies? We hope it's not going to destroy the legacies of our court and judicial system. But we sort of hope it does on Trump's legacy. So, that's something that's to be determined. The final outcome card, the King of Cups. He is the judiciary in this. He is the one that is going to have to make the final decision on what track he wants to go. He's going to do this very brightly. He's going to use his instincts, his guts, his intuition, his guidance from his guides, his guidance from his colleagues. He is going to take everything into consideration. This is a very difficult situation that he has to take a look at. So I am getting the underlying feeling is just he does want to move forward with this and just keep going because it's already a done deal. But he also has to take into consideration everything else, which is why I'm getting that energy that it is not locked in stone yet. So that's my political soapbox reading. I hope to God he moves forward and it is held up by the Court of Appeals and that it's not overturned by it getting dragged back to SCOTUS and then saying, well, no, he's off the hook, the bias, with that court is just unbelievable. And for entertainment purposes only, too. Just to throw that out there. With all these law changes, if Donald and I do not see, by the way, something I meditate on regularly, I do not see Donald Trump winning the elections. I do not see it. But if for some reason he did, I'm probably someplace lower on the enemies list, but eventually I will be locked up too. For being a little lowly YouTuber. So anyways, I'm going to go back in, grab people for readings. He goes through and star people really quick. And people's joining the room. And hopefully Clarence and Tony will make it back. My buddy Snow Up's in the room. Yeah, I'm doing I'm not doing questions. I'm doing general readings for the collective, for everybody in the room. And because I have a hard time switching back and forth, I tend to channel when I read, and it's hard for me to pick up the questions. But my experience always is that if you have a question that you're wanting addressed, chances are it is going to appear in the cards. So if I didn't add you to the list because we talk all the time. And I tend to read for him in private a lot. Did anybody have any political questions you want to? Oh yeah, I can do a throw for the full collective. I'll start with that, and then I'll start working down my list. And I'll allow more people to come back in. We had quite a few people in the room before my whole system crashed. It was crazy. Then I needed a little bit of time to want to get logged back in and to calm myself down because I almost felt like a Mercury retrograde, and I know we're not in retrograde yet. I have so much Mercury in my chart. When I'm in retrograde, everything starts just going upside down in my computer systems. But I am in California, so I know since the eclipse, we've been having a lot of solar flares. My computer did get disconnected because I was moving everything around. And the plus side is, since the time shifted at 2 o'clock, I had a huge sun glare off the window on this side of me, which has now disappeared. And I was moving things around because I put the shelves in my bookcase behind me that my husband moved in here. It was driving me crazy having this black thing behind me without anything sitting on it. Okay, reading for the collective. Wow. All these collective cards. I'm using the Marcelli deck, which is one of my favorite, artistically my favorite deck. Fortunately, I have a whole bunch of favorite decks. Underlying card of the reading is the Page of Cups, a messenger. This is the messages we received that we're all emotionally taken care of, followed by the Knight of Cups. That energy, moving, that emotional energy as it's moving forward and charging through our system and our collective right now. It's followed by the King of Swords. This is the King of Truth. This is the King of Knowledge. This is the King. Um, you know, my guides are saying this is the King that is going to get us through this, without despair, without disruption. We just need to hold on to what we've got. We will be celebrating when it's all over. Don't worry, the celebration's not going to be to the extreme that we would just all like to see Trump in handcuffs, thrown in jail, and forgotten. I don't think it's going to work out that way. Nor do I think now that our president has been given the power of a king, he is such an ethical man. He is not going to take a hit out on his opponents, and he's not going to give SEAL Team 6 a call if they take him out. She was on the other foot, Joe would be gone. But thank God that that's not the energy we're living in. Coming into this reading, we have the High Priestess. This is the near past. The High Priestess. I think SCOTUS is thinking to themselves, oh, the High Priestess, they're coming in to change the energy of the world. They think they're doing us all a big favor. No, they're not. What this has caused, though, is in the center of the reading, a lot of infighting, with the Five of Wands. There's a lot of infighting going on about these decisions. There's an extreme mistrust going on. I don't know why the collective reading is becoming a political reading, but I think that's where all of our energy is lying, because that's where the energy is coming from, is the infighting on this. I think we're all on one side against SCOTUS's determination. There's very few. You've got the Trumpsters and a handful of GOPs that agree. And I think there's even GOPs that privately are saying, what the hell's going on? Why did they do that? I don't think they're all total Trumpster mega sycophants. I think we all fear death. This is crossing at death. Remember, this is an ending and new beginnings. That doesn't mean this is going to be locked into stone forever. My guides are saying this will have change coming towards it. And as these cases re-hit the Supreme Court, they're going to take a second look at how this is how the change of law is being interpreted. That may be where the change of determination is made. Not sure. Hi, Clarence. Welcome back. So hoping everybody would see the rebroadcast of notices. I know they come out staggered. So this is a reading for the collective, and even though it's for the collective, it seems to be pulling on the political side. Above us, two cards came out: the world card, and the Two of Swords. Swords always being truth and justice, but decisions are going to be made in regards to truth and justice and how this is going to impact the world. This is being, what happens in the United States impacts the entirety of the world. And I'm sure the world's out there going, what the hell is going on in the U.S. with that SCOTUS? I wouldn't know why they wouldn't be saying that. I need to tune into international news more. Anyways, this is what's above us. This is the energy above us. And I think we're all in there. How is this going to impact us? What truths are going to come forward? What blind decisions, blind justice too with this Two of Swords. She is blindfolded. Normally this card is, we're going to make a decision. All decisions are right. This is always the way I interpret this card. But no, we have blind justice going on. We have truth coming out. How will the truth be represented under the new rules is where I'm feeling this energy is coming. It has yet to be completely determined because this issue isn't over yet. I'm not seeing that this is going to hold in stone once it comes back towards the Supreme Court. I think they're going to look and see what muckus came up of it and the arguments and maybe rethink it a bit. Don't know. Underneath the Empress, this is, the Empress pregnant with all new possibilities. She's representing all the signs, the impact of women. It's the female energy. The women of the course were the ones that were going against it and descending on the decision making, which is very, very interesting. And I think they're getting a lot of kickback. And I know they're getting a lot of publicity on their dissensions on that ruling. Things are going to move rather swiftly for these. It's not going to keep things caught up too long. It may bring it past the elections, but I see some workarounds of that. I have this feeling that check-in review that it's been kicked back to is not going to be tied up for 90 days before she starts hearing the issues. Because it's not going forward with the trial, it's going forward with the permissible evidence. I think she'll expedite that out and start hearing it. We're all hoping and praying that it will be public, because it needs to be public at this point in time. There's no jury to be impacted. So I think people are really interested to see, as they look at the evidence and present different types of evidence. One, it gets out there and we know what the evidence is. And two, we get to see how they're making a determination. Is this presidential protected or is this non-presidential? Where does it fall? In our reading, we've got the Lover's card. That's the judiciary working together to get through this, followed by the Chariot, the atmosphere. This is moving swiftly. This is moving in conjunction. The Lovers of partnerships. I think this is all the different judicial offices that the judges in the different cases are working with their colleagues, conferring, making decisions based on a conferring interpretation of SCOTUS's ruling and the language within there, and they're working through that. The hopes and fears. I've got the Ace of Cups, which is a new cycle. This is the beginning and ending of a new cycle. They're going to have to take a look at this. This is a new look at new thing. But it's also abundance. There's an abundance of evidence to go through. There's abundance of stuff to go through. We will move forward through this energy. And it will be taking us to calmer waters. So as they get through that, then they'll be allowed to proceed with the procedure. I'm not seeing these cases all being, any of them getting resolved before the elections. But as part of the process, information will come out and be more public on to impacts towards those that are campaigning in this. And remember, Trump has still already been convicted. He's pending sentencing. That hasn't gone away, and they aren't making it disappear before the elections. I think that's part of the reason why it's been postponed to determine. But at least we know he has been adjudicated in that case by a jury of his peers. So we'll go with that. The collective energy for the collective right now is worrying. One thing I want to say to everybody is, and I'm guilty of this myself because I worked in the legal system, and so when I heard these rulings, it really impacted me in my heart because I worked in the judiciary system as a paralegal, and I spend a lot of time researching law, reading law, following law, even still not, even when I'm retired from it, I'm not working in it anymore. I'm not, talking to attorneys every day. I'm not doing all their research and all their motions and everything anymore. But I have a very strong familiarity, and yes, I am a Midas Touch geek. And if I had the money, I'd be on their Patreon page, geeking out with them on their legal AF program and everything else, because I am really crazy, nutty researcher, geeky, and I'd be taking the constitutional law that they're through their programs that they're doing right now. I have to look it up and interpret it on my own, and yeah. But I am that weird geek, and so yeah, law is very important to me. So this, just ripped my heart apart when I saw this, because there's such an injustice to this, and law has a lot of gray matter. Anybody that's ever worked in law knows law is not black and white. Law is gray matter and interpretation, and language within law is very precise and can make a difference. If just one simple word can change the intent of the law by shall and will, can they, you know, um, can be interpreted differently on how you look at the language of law. It can be very complex, and I'm always been when I was working in my field, balancing. I always felt that my job was to balance for all parties, because I was working as a neutral party between the courts and the defendant and the client. So I've always looked at it from a balancing act, because that's the position I was in, looking at both parties and the courts, and I was working for the county as third party representative. Uh, so, I take that kind of look at law, and it's more neutral than if I was working for a prosecutor's office, if I was working for a defendant's office. Um, where you're landing on what side you're practicing and working in depends on how your point of view is, and that's what I love about Midas Touches. We have all those points of views. It's not just coming from I'm a defendant's representative, or I'm a prosecuting attorney and retired. You have people from all aspects, and I love that they have guests from all aspects of the law. So anyways, let's go back and get personal readings now. And let me go back in. We've got 11 in the room, and I only have 3 in my chat. So it looks like we picked up people in the room. Thank you all for coming back. I'm just going to slide through my chats really quick and see where I left off. I've got Dora. I've got Trini. I've got Snow. I've got Clarence. There's got to be other people in the room. And I see Dean came in. I've got Trin, Doris, I got you up there twice. Harrodsville, Snow World. Since I have 11 people in the channel, maybe I don't. Not giving me a count now. Okay, well, I will watch the chat and see who's coming in. And I've got 5 people marked. I look like I have 5 people active. I can't see any additional people showing active on the channel. Oh, well, 6 because I didn't uh, I didn't start with Snow because I read from earlier today. Anyways, first off is Trinza, and thank you for being patient with me. Trying to stay grounded. Yours won't be a political reading. I'm going to put my crow deck up because I don't read personals with my nasty, tainted political crow deck. You're welcome. Let's see who we want. We want Arcadia. Do a quick shuffling. You know, all my decks are shuffled really good in the last set of readings. But a nice fresh shuffle for you. I was arthritis in my hand, so I split my deck a couple of times. So I don't shuffle a full deck out all at once. Because usually I can't bend the cards in my right hand. What are you mumbling about? That's his mumbling in the kitchen. I can't understand what he's mumbling. Oh, let's do 5-card pulls. That's funny. The other day when I was reading, a lot of my readings had the devil card come up, and I rarely see the devil come up when I'm not reading political. Well, we know it did for you, Trinzum, because I mentioned it. It was the first card out. You're reading out. Somebody negative has been in your perspective lately. What my guides are telling me is this is somebody that is trying to suppress you. That's trying to cause you a roadblock. This isn't alcoholism, addictions, or greed, or anything from your part. This is somebody that's trying to, control you, to put you down, to manipulate you. But you're going to be moving out of that energy. He's playing the running cards of the reading. Things are going to get good. Okay. As you're pulling out, you're doing some shadow work. This person is coming from your past. And, the secrets from your past, the shadow work that you need to work on. These are things that you're working through still from either your childhood or your recent past or a separation relationship or something that you're working through. But this is energy. It's telling me you are going to get through this. You're not going to allow this to happen anymore. This is the work you're doing. The moon is also not only talking about the shadow work that you're working through, but it's positive. The moon reflects light. Light gives energy. It raises your vibration. As you move forward, you become the musician. This musician card is going to allow you to manifest for yourself, to be all you can be. Put out there in the universe what you want, your hopes, your dreams, where you want to go, how you want to achieve it, and your dreams will come through, because this is followed by the Chariot card. You will be driving your own chariot in the future. You do have some obstacles coming your way, though. I do have to forewarn you, because the outcome card is the Ten of Swords. I don't see you going down My guides are saying this is an obstacle. Somebody is going to throw you an obstacle. They said it was coming from this side still. So be aware that the obstacle is coming forward, but I'm going to get some clarification on this obstacle. What kind of impact is this obstacle going to cause you and what you need to look out for? Let me see. Do I want to take the cards out of the same deck? Yes. It's asking me, do I want clarification from the deck I have shuffled or a new deck? Options. Oh, wow. Trust me, you're going to come out good. You're going to have decisions to come through. With this Two of Swords, you're going to find your own truth in this decision. Look at your higher self, and this is the decision that's made. It's coming at you blindly, but you're going to reach up to your higher self and find the truth for what's in your heart, what you need to do for you. As this obstacle approaches, this suppressive person, as you're dealing with the questions of what direction you're going to go. The decision you make and the route you choose to take, the options you choose to take, will be the right one because it's followed by two aces. The Ace of Wands, which is your intuition, your strength, your knowledge, your creativity, your fire energy. You're going to stand up to that and you're going to see yourself through very positively. And it's going to cause your cup to run over in abundance. So, two yes cards. You will come out of this really well. Are people seeing flashes around me? Because I'm getting like spirit flashes coming across my realm. They're really fast moving too. They're not little tiny orbs. I'm seeing flashes of light moving in and out. So that's pretty interesting. So yes, the abundance, that clarification of that cup running over. So you are going to come out of this really good. The underlying cards of the reading in the direction, which is this taking you, is you become the Empress, pregnant with all possibilities, change. This is you moving into that feminine energy, that positive energy of just good change and taking that spiritual, the Empress. She's like a queen. She's like above the queen. She's the, the ruler, like the emperor, the empress. Um, you're taking power of your life, your universe, your kingdom, so to speak. It's moving in with the Page of Pentacles. This is telling you that the message of money will come your way, security, um, health. You're going to be healthier for this aspect. You've got the King of Wands, that fire energy, that creativity that's going to lead you forward. You got fire here, this Ace of Wands, this King of Wands. That's that creativity, that intuition, that connection, knowledge that you're tapping into. You'll use all of those to move forward and find your power. And yes, you will become financially stable in this process with the Ace of Pentacles. So financial stability will come forward for you. It's a great reading. It sounds like you got a rocky start into it. It's a lot of change, a lot of work coming from the background, from the past that you've got to work through still. But set those intuitions that you're getting that work done. Let those things that aren't serving you go. You can manifest your destiny. You're going to take that chariot right forward. Yes, that devil may come up and try to suppress you again. Ignore that devil. Move in your own decisions, your own direction. Do what's right for you. Don't take the advice of other people at this point in time. Follow your heart and where you want to go, because those aces are coming for you. That expression, that knowledge, that intuition, it's great. It's great energy. So it's going to be a little bit of a rocky road. You're going to get through it. Nobody said life was easy. It was. We would not be here. Yeah. So, anyways, I hope that resonates for you, Trin. So, and yeah, Dean is in the background. I'm doing readings on my own flash. And I've just wanting to work solo for a little bit. It's been a while, and with everything going on, my energy's been wonky, and so I thought I would do some energy. I'm working on doing some programming that I'm going to be recording soon and getting that out. I'm also wanting to introduce politics back into my readings. So I will let you know if I'm doing a political only show or a reading show. But if you have political questions, please let me know. Put them in the chat. And then I'll do a show based on political questions that is separate from private readings. Try not to mix those two because it changes the energy back and forth. Somehow I mixed my cards up, so only a couple of them got mixed. I think I just stacked them upside. Yeah, I did. The cards I shuffled back in, I put in upside down. I don't read reverses normally. And if I do have one that snuck away from me, I will flip it over to positive, unless it's telling me to read it negatively. I can read them upright for the energy of the direction. I don't need to look at a bunch of upside down cards. Because I read through my guides and through channeling and imaging, people will pick up very quickly that I don't necessarily look at the cards and give them the right definition of a card. That's part of the process. And we're going to move on to Doris Fry. And welcome to the channel, Doris. I'm going to use my Rocky Light deck. I work under Archangel Raphaelite. I'm a psychic and a medium and a healer. Light work, energy work. Let's see what comes up with this. The underlying card of the reading is telling me you're that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is that creative queen, that knowledgeable queen, that intuitive queen. She's also a very good nurturer. She takes care of her and her own, and she knows how to do it. That's followed by the Page of Cups. That's telling me that you have messages of financial security coming towards you. Oh, yes, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, financial security is good, and the sun is shining on you. So beautiful, beautiful card. Best card in the deck is the sun shining on you. So this is going to be a really good cycle for you right now. At the beginning of the reading, you're coming in with the energy of this Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is bringing you truth, knowledge, strength. The pages are strong. It's followed by the Ace of Swords. Once again, that truth energy, that it's almost like a judgment card. It's truth, it's serenity, it's peace, it's that strength, that power, that knowledge, that intuition, that higher ability, infinity. And this Ace has the infinity sign over her head. Infamous, strength, power, knowledge. It's a beautiful card. It's telling me in the center of reading, you have a strong foundation with this Four of Wands. Wands are foundation cards. The fours are foundation cards, and wands are structural. It's that strength, that foundation, that the four posts that hold the walls of your building. It's a celebratory card also. She has an abundance of flower and joy in her, a child by her side, and it's just you've got a good foundation. I'm my guys are telling me that's with connection to family, children, the people in your life. Very strong foundation. You're moving really good energy um, in that realm. Very strong family ties, family relationships. Um, you have the Knight of Swords charging through. This knight is a fast-moving knight. He's moving with that strength, that truth power. That forward movement is bringing you forward. It also has the symbols of justice in this with the scales, um, balanced scales that she's holding in her opposite hand from her sword. So you're believing in truth and justice and moving forward in that beautiful energy as you charge forward in life. This is bringing you abundance and um, charity with the Six of Coins. This is a charity card. Charity is given, charity is received. Any direction that you're giving and receiving, it comes back on you on tenfold. So if you're giving charity, it will come back to you. If you're receiving charity, you'll give back in return. So it's sort of a give and take card. It's not an eye for an eye type card. It's it there's a balancing of that energy. As we give we receive, as we receive we give. um it's a beautiful energy that we're going, but this looks like a good period that you're going through, just nice stable flow. You got financial security, the sun shining on you, you're just in a very good mode. You're going to be seeing that financial security moving forward and coming forth. The sun shining on you. You're using your creativity, your knowledge as that Queen of Wands to achieve what you want. And it looks like you're just on a steady flow forward for this period of time. So blessings to you, and I hope that resonates. I'm not seeing any major upsets or changes right now. No employment changes, no major life changes. It's just steady as you go, and that's what we all want. Nice steady flow going. Okay. And how are we doing, Clarence? Am I up to a political question? After I'm done doing personals, I will. I've got Clarence and I've got Dean in the room, and I will do those two readings, and then I'll go back to a political. Quick answer to that question is I got an immediate yes. I do think we will have Veterans March. I don't think it's going to be just veterans, though. 4th of July is coming up, so there will be veterans out there, but I think that every group's going to be represented. The political energy is just so open and spun up right now. But we will throw on that. Okay. Let me switch over to Clarence really quick. You know, he knows as soon as he wrote the question, I was going to look at it, and I was going to end up giving a hit on it. Tell you the truth, I think collective includes all of the above, not just veterans, but I think the entirety of the Democratic Party is supportive of all groups, every group. Very, very few buffing out from under that. Okay, Clarence, let's see what we got coming for you. Oh no. got yourself all tied up with that Eight of Swords. You need to let those ropes go down, Clarence. It's not serving you. Yeah. Eight of Swords right out the bat. This is the energy you're coming out of. So something's got you bound up a little bit. You need to set yourself free. It's a false imprisonment. This is an imprisonment of your own making. Set yourself free and move forward into the truth. The truth is what you see it to be, not the judgment of others. So don't let other people judge you, because it's followed by the judgment card. And that's what my guides are telling me, is you're listening to other people's judgment. Don't allow them to influence your life that way. You be you. I'm hearing you be you, boo. It doesn't matter what other people think. You're not doing anything that is not right for you. So you need to move forward in your own energy and don't allow that judgy of other people around you and family members and stuff like that to come forward and influence you. You okay? My mom cooked with a shirt on. Sorry, my husband's in the kitchen. Okay. Then in the center of the reading is the Seven of Swords. And this is you gathered up the swords of this battle. You've got all the power now in your hands. This isn't a winning at all costs. This is you have collected the swords and you're sneaking of um, out of the camp and taking the power out of other people's hands. Yes, I heard that big yes on that. You're taking your power back, which is what you need to do. Take your power. Walk away from those that aren't serving you with this Eight of Cups. Yes, walk away. You're moving into the light, towards the sun. This one is into the moonlight. So move out of those shadows of the moon and into that light. Take that path. If they're not serving you, there's no reason to say. Stay. They'll just bring your energy down. And this is the Justice card. You are just to make this decision. This is the decision that is right for you. You've got to weigh what comes and goes in your future and in your past. If it's not fair to you, it's not serving you, it's not energy that you want to be in, you make the decision. You be the judge and jury of that. And then you move into your own energy. You will find your balance. You will get your scales of justice in the right direction. You can do this. You can do this, Clarence. You've got this. Yes, this is coming from the shadows of the moon, from that shadow energy from the past. But you've got this, the light shining on you from the moon, giving you the strength to work through that energy. You are on the Knight of Cups. You're moving through that emotional energy. You're taking that strength. This is a steady moving knight. He has energy, your emotions at bay, and you will go forward. And you've got the World card. So this is part of your life's past. This is your world path. This is your completion of your circle. This is staying on your path, being in your world energy. You're doing fine. And you're an apprentice in this. You're working hard towards yourself, towards achievement, towards your finances. This is beautiful energy because right after that, you get the sun. So beautiful finish to this reading is you are taking back your power. You're in charge of it. You're moving on your path and your future. It brings you financial security. Do what you need to do that suits you. Don't worry about what other people think. You will balance your own energy. You can do this. So I'm shining on you there, Clarence. I love these cards. They're reading so fluently tonight. Love them, love them, love them. Guess I got my energy balance after my flub up with my computer. I didn't let it stress me out. Got my cards to shuffle this deck. Great energy. Dean. So you. Like that. She's back. I'm back. Maybe look through the chat to see if anybody else made it in the room. It's really quick. You got the funny card again. That Leo card, your street. Underlying card of the reading is the Knight of Pentacles. That's slow, steady night. Security, financial, health. Followed by the Chariot card, taking charge of what direction you're going to. The Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in. Interesting. And followed by the Two of Cups. Oh no, this is the Star card. My bad. Different things. Raphaelite deck. Different imaging. This is a Star card. You're finding that balance though, and your ever wishes will come true, wish upon a star. You will be moving to calmer waters. Okay, first card in the reading is the Emperor. I think you're seeing yourself as Emperor right now. As you're taking power and charge of your life, you're moving forward into your new position. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be using all the strength and this energy that you're going through. You do feel some burdens, some changes. I think this is, that transitioning out of your old room into your new, because you haven't even got your room moved yet, because you weren't allowed to do it at the end of the year. So you're waiting to get that done. You're feeling some pressure coming from that because you've got a short calendar and you're not even sure when you're going to be able to go back in and get that done. So don't worry about it. It'll fall into place. It always does. You don't even have your new curriculum to look at. So, all that will come in time. Just give it things, but you're feeling some weight of the burden. Don't carry that burden around. It's not necessary right now. Enjoy your time off. I know today was your last day of school for summer school, so you've got that behind you now. Getting ready to go on the vacay, what you need, and you need to enjoy that, and then come back and then start over. You got death. It's now you have finished the completion of this period in life. You've completed the school year now, including your summer school year. So that's the ending, and your new beginning is getting ready to start. And what you're getting out of this with the final outcome card is you're going to find your new balance. And you need that. I think you're going to really enjoy this year coming up, and that balance is coming through. And according to the underlying cards, like I said, I'll go back over them again. The steady night coming your way. The Chariot, you're driving your own chariot. You're going to be moving in the energy with your new class, new kids, new grade. You're looking for your ships coming in. I think you'll find that. You've got the stars coming to you and a lot calmer waters. I think you're going to really have a good year coming forward. You have a lot to look forward to in this. And it's reading like this is occupational. This is just finishing from the past, moving into the new future, that balance, that great energy. So, like I said, enjoy your vacation, which will be going on soon. You have reservations booked up and ready to go. Enjoy that. I know you're doing that after the 4th of July. You're going to have a lot of fun. Let your hair down. Have some fun. Enjoy it. Drink a little too much. Remember not to drive to the bars. Take the Uber or walk. He's going with good for me, so it should be a fun trip. Just so I could take a vacation like that and just let my hair down. not going to happen anytime soon. But we do go out on date night every week, my husband and I. It's something we do, although those of you that follow me, we are hitting some record highs this week. I don't like the updated forecast; it keeps on changing, but we've been in the high hundreds. It's been 1,000 degrees here in Central California. It's called climate change. Hold on, looking for my weather channel here. Gotta go back one. On Monday, it said it was supposed to be 116. But I know that has dropped. So let's look at the forecast. Today, right now, it is 110 degrees out in my location. Hot. And it is hot out. Luckily, I live in an area that does have low humidity. Our humidity level is not in the 90s, thank God. We're only at 14% humidity. Our humidity levels here in Central California, because this is farming land. If you don't know, I'm in between Fresno and Bakersfield. And so this is farm country. I'm in Dairyland, basically, the hometown of Devin Nunes. And my best friend is his first cousin. Just tidbits of information. Anyway, so yes, I live in Devin Nunes country. He's a graduate of our local high school, which after he made a bluster of his Senate seat or congressional seat, whichever, I think was a congressman. After he made a bluster of that sign came down off the high school. He's no longer a proud alumni of the high school he graduated from. They got rid of that. So I thought it was hilarious when they took it down. We don't see, when I moved here, we had Trump signs all over. I'm in a red county. I live in a red dot in a very blue sea. Because this is farmland, we have Bakersfield is red. We have my county, Tulare County is red. And then it turns blue again when you get to Fresno. It's sort of 50-50 in Fresno. But yeah, so we've got some really hot weather coming in. Our forecast for the 4th, which is tomorrow, is supposed to be 112. It was supposed to be 114 on Monday, so it's dropped 2 degrees. And since today's temperature did actually reach what they said it was going to be, because this weather station on my phone updates about noon and 1 o'clock to tell you what it's not going to make it or not. So it's all subject to change. Now they've got 117 on Sunday now. They had dropped that to 114 yesterday for Sunday. This is not typical weather for this area. But we are on our third week of triple digits with 1 or 2 days of 99, 98 and 99 to break it, which is not enough. 1 or 2 days. It's not enough to cool down, but you can feel the difference between 110 and 98, because once it hits body temperature, it's livable again. It's still hot. But yeah, I'm staying in the house. I get dehydrated really easily. I got my big copper bottle of water, balancing and changing the ions in my water to keep me very well grounded. I got my dehydrating coffee that I can't live without. Espresso blend. It's only my second cup though. It was just so hot. I switched to water earlier this morning. So let's go ahead and read the last question. The Snow posed. Not all the groups are coordinated. I think they're going to not necessarily come totally coordinated. I think there will be pockets of a coordination going out. I think it's going to be national. It's not going to be just in Washington. It's going to be everywhere. People are sick and tired. There will be a few weirdos out there that are Trumpsters that could cause problems. Let me see. Let me tap in that and see. No, I'm hearing no big problems, no big disruptions, no mass shootings coming. Just be very, 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 very aware of your environment. Watch the people you're with. Stay in groups. If you're feeling uncomfortable, listen for those red flags. If something tells you to get the hell out of there, get the hell out of there. Most of us are very intuitive and we carry that energy. But no, I do see people. People are upper. People will be chanting what they believe in. It should be interesting to see the next few. I absolutely hate watching Trump rallies, but I have to see what the hell he's saying this week. I don't get a snake thing other than is he talking about his package or what, or his abuse of his package or what. The Hannibal Lecter thing, I don't know. Is he wanting to invite the world to dinner and eat us all? Because it sort of feels like that to me. Very negative energy. I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to use the phone deck. I'm going to use my light seer deck for this question. We need to see the light. We need to have that good light energy going on this one. This is a celebration, though, of our veterans, of our Constitution, of our independence as a country, which we've just discovered. And I saw a meme with Steve Martin, who I absolutely love, and says, do you remember where you were when you discovered you lived in a monarchy? I do. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was funny. I love Steve Martin, man with a great sense of humor. So, are we going to have veterans and more other groups marching and protesting over the 4th of July? And the choir of my guys are singing. I have about 7 guys that I hear. They sound like a choir when they're speaking in unison. Oh yes, there will be protests. There will be people protesting. Just one moment. Somebody's at my door. Geez, I knew that. Who was at the door before I opened it? Isn't that? It's a security system. They were here yesterday and I told them, go away. So they sent somebody else. Okay, so let's go back to our reading. That's funny because before I opened the door, I could see her shirt with the logo on it. I made a joke I was going to be rude as soon as I opened the door. Five cards. Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, we're coming into this with the 5 of Cups. Nobody's happy with this energy. This is 5 groups. 5. Yeah, we want to dump this down the drain. This energy down the drain. It's not serving us. We have decisions to make. And I'm hearing the collective wants the SCOTUS to be dismantled. Yeah, we would like, yeah, we're ready for that. With the 2 of Swords, we've got the Page of Swords. We're using our knowledge, our higher intuition. What? It was violent. Tried to sell just to get one more time. Anyways, we have the Page of Swords. This is us using our knowledge, our self-interest, truth. What does America really want? We want balance in our Constitution. We want fairness. We want justice. We want to be representative as a people, and we want SCOTUS to represent us, not political power, greed, and a lot of money coming into their pockets. With some of these rulings, we know the money's flowing in. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm wondering how much money came from Saudi Arabia and Russia. I wonder if anybody's watching SCOTUS's checkbooks right now, or the finances, the Bitcoin, whatever, however they're receiving it. Makes you wonder, what were those tarmac meetings all about? who purchased the decisions for entertainment purposes only. Total disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only, but it makes me wonder. Okay. Moving forward in the reading, the Four of Cups, a lot of choices, a lot of choice energy. This is us in the collective knowing that there's got to be other options available. The offer that's been presented, we don't want to take. We don't like the offer. We're not looking at that good. So yes, I do see some protest coming out of it. You're going to see us rise in our strength, voice our strength, our power, our self-interest. Right now, we're feeling very heartbroken. This is the underlying card of the reading. The collective is feeling very heartbroken. So this is going to cause us to look in the mirror, actually bring forward what is not serving us. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We are wanting to rise in our higher power. I always see this card is she's very meditative. She's reaching up to this. She's meditating. She's pulling the strength and power. She's doing that from above. She's wanting that Queen of Cups. Same thing. We're wanting to rise our vibration. We're wanting the vibrational energy, the collective energy to find this balance. We're wanting to walk away from this energy, but we have to voice our strength, our power, our vibration, and the only way right now that we can raise the vibrations is to raise it with our voices, speak out our truth, and let the world know the people of this nation do not stand with what's going on. And yes, so I do feel a yes energy on this. There's that Ace of Swords and that Knight of Cups. Yes, we are going to march emotionally with our hearts with this Ace of Cups. It's coming from our heart. We're wanting justice. We're wanting freedom. We're wanting balance in our country. We are not wanting what SCOTUS seems to be puking up at us right now. They're not serving the people. They're serving self-interest and greed, avarice, and an extremely GOP political base of the corporate greed and bribery and all that. And people are getting sick of it. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, I see a record number of people coming out and voting this vote. Do not take the stance that, oh, well, Biden's going to win because all the readers are saying Biden's going to win and people are saying Biden's going to win. And, so I just don't have time today to go out. No, every single vote's going to count. Every single person needs to get out there and vote. Offer rides to people, whatever you need to do, if however you need to get out there and get your voices heard. Make sure that you go someplace and secure your vote in a secure place. I personally don't trust the mail. Drop it off at your voting office. Drop it off at your polling place. If you've got a mail-in ballot, they have drop boxes at the polling places. You don't have to stand in the same line. Whatever it takes, get your vote out there. Vote, vote, vote. Vote from your heart. Like I said, if you don't like the two people voting, at least mark the other box and write in there neither, none of the above, whatever. But secure your vote in writing. Don't leave any blanks. That's not only with the presidential, but that's also with all offices. If you don't like somebody or anybody that's running for that office, mark the other box and put in there none of the above, whatever. Make sure that your vote is secured and counted as you want it to be. So somebody can't go in and go, oh, they didn't vote for president. Oh, nobody's looking, check. I'll vote for them. Anyways, that's my little soapbox for the end of the show. Thank you all for coming back and joining me. I'm sorry about the mix-up and the disconnect. It usually rattles me more than it did, so I was glad I got grounded again so I could do the readings. Wish everybody else would have made it back to the show, but I will be back on Saturday for readings at 2 o'clock. And I think I will go ahead and set that show up for the future. And I will be doing regular readings. I'm going to start working on recording my programming that I'm going to be doing. It's a teaching program. I'm going to be teaching about mediumship and psychic work. What is it, and what are the different practices within it? And it'll just be sort of a more of a discussionary um, topics of eventually I will start doing a coursework on it that I'll be designing, which will be more hands-on and practice and doing group sessions and breakout sessions, etc. Based on the same general format. This will be more of a talking discussion, just open discussion up. I haven't talked to some of my friends and associates and peers, reader peers. I will be seeing if I can get a few to come on board and talk about different topics within the subject matter as we go through it. But I think it'll be rather interesting. I am going to pre-record these, so if you do have questions, I will set up a question in regards to this topic as I start to publicize it, so that you can throw questions at me. I can Q&A those into either the programs that the questions fall under, or just do a follow-up program. But let me know if you want me to do these live, though. I could set them up live so we could take questions during them, which may not be a half bad idea. So I will go into my channel and into my community page and put a little thing up and put a couple of questions on there. Do you want me to do my program for mediumship and psychic information and all about that? It's going to touch things like meditation, grounding, different aspects of what it is to be a psychic or a medium, and how to ground in different aspects of meditations and things like that, working with stones, different type of divinations in that. Let me know if you want me to do those live or not. I'll post that question live or recorded. And then I will be basing also a teaching program and on that at a later date. I haven't got that set up yet, but it's something that I do want to do, is start doing the teaching aspect of that too. So I also will be starting to do more political readings. I haven't decided what days I'm going to do that on, if I'm going to do a once a week thing, whether I do like to do political readings. What I'd like to do is, though, veer a little off topic of what everybody under the moon is talking about, because it gets old after a while and it can be stressful. What I don't want to do is set a temperature of stress out there regarding politics. Know that we are going to get through this. Our votes are going to count. We are going to get Biden reelected, and he is going to. I honestly, my guys are saying yes. We are going to take over control of the House. We are going to hold control of the Senate. Hopefully, we can get the filibuster broke so that we can pass more bills without getting blocked with filibuster or with a swing vote. Hopefully, what Republicans do get reelected, there'll be enough of them that are moderates, that are true moderates and are not megas. Some of those megas will get reelected, but a lot of them won't. They won't have control of the House. The megas won't have the power over them that they have had, because there's not enough of them to sway it. Hopefully, some of them will start looking across the aisle so we can get back into really working politics the way it should be, on a negotiated basis with a consensus of all of Senate, everybody give and take. That's what negotiations about. That's the way our government used to run, and that's the way we need to get back to, is a negotiated process where everybody gets something and there's a balance of it. And I think that's mostly what we want, because we're not 100% everything's right for Biden. We're definitely nothing right for Trump, because he has no platform, and revenge is not something we want to live in. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. I love reading for you all. And I will see you on Saturday for sure. I definitely am not going to be on tomorrow, but you'll see me in other people's chats that are running programs tomorrow. If I'm talking, I will probably be in the room. And I will probably be on Friday too, early though, because Friday is date night. So we usually go out on Friday nights and meet with a big group of friends and go to Casa Grande, which is a Mexican restaurant. They have really good food we can eat. It's a local mom and pop shop that's off the beaten path, and we can eat dinner for like $20 there, which is where can you eat? And anybody that's familiar with California Mexican cuisine, a little food, no, you get platters. So, anyways, bang for your buck. The food is fantastic. It's all authentic food, and anyways, and then we usually go dancing, but I'm not going out. Well, I'm not going out if it's going to be 117 out there. There's no way I'm going out dancing. I'd rather die. Even if they take it inside, it's still too hot. So, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know who's playing. We'll touch base with the big group we go out with. It's a big group of friends, and we'll see what we're doing there. So, thank you. Blessings. Have a great 4th of July tomorrow. Like I said, if you're going out there and they're protesting and stuff, just watch the energy in the groups. Keep an eye out. Stay with your group. Keep the children under tow. Don't let the group break up and split off too much. I know it can be wild and crazy out there. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the parades if you have parades in your area, however you celebrate. Really have a good time. Great barbecue, great food. I'm staying home. And the great family that always had the fireworks next door has moved to Utah. So wish I could be there with their fireworks show because they usually spend several $100s. And the people that are living in the house now have been gone with their boat, with their speedboat, camping and fishing, and grandma and grandpa coming by and checking on the house every day. And so I think they'll be gone for the rest of the week. They took 2 vehicles, a boat, and the camping gear and the dogs. So they're going to be gone for a while. Wish I was there with them. I miss being out on the lake. I grew up on the Columbia River, so I miss being out there. So, anyways, everybody have a beautiful 4th of July. Be safe. Don't eat too much. Get plenty of rest, plenty of sleep, and I will see you on Friday. Blessings to you all.